Coming up on NEC-TV, which students took home awards at the Grimm's Award ceremony? We get an exclusive interview from an award recipient.
And what's the deal with the use of AI advertisements on campus? NEC-TV's very own Jack Cody gets the story.
And Yards for Yardley aims to walk 1 billion yards in honor of a dating violence victim. NEC students answered the call. We'll tell you how many laps were walked at NEC. All this and more coming up on NEC-TV. Good afternoon, and thank you for watching NEC-TV. I'm Montana Taylor.
And I'm Jack Lombardo. Today is April 9th, 2026. And now to our top story. Students of clubs that have gone above and beyond were recognized Tuesday at the annual Grimm's Awards.
I spoke with several of the winners who say they're honored to be recognized. The Grimm's Awards celebrate student and club leaders who make a positive impact on the NEC community. Students, staff, and faculty vote to nominate those who give it all. The club that took home Organization of the Year is Criminal Justice, a group that hosted several popular events.
Extremely proud of that. I totally was expecting that. The whole executive board have done an excellent job at, planning events, getting people to come, getting people regularly there, and figuring a lot of things out. So I am really, really happy about that one.
Natalia Gonzalez is president of the CJ Club, is an RA, and is known as a leader among her peers. She took home a personal award too, for excellence in leadership.
I was really excited to win such an award. I think it speaks really loud about all I've done this semester and, the whole year for just the organization and the whole college itself.
RA Kay Donahue's events and positive attitude gained her the impressive title, Student of the Year.
But I think a lot of it is to do that I made really good connections while I was here, and I made sure to outreach and connect with the people around me and build up my community the best I could.
Other winners include the Unsung Hero Award given to senior Parker Doobie for his dedication to WNEC-FM, and the Mosaic Award was given to several groups that worked together to host the Winter Snowball Dance.
The long wait is finally over for NEC's newly renovated athletic center.
During the President's Speaker Series last night, the CEO of Northeast Delta Dental surprised the NEC community with a big check for $50,000 that'll go towards the sports medicine bullpen office. The doors opened at the building 1 week ago. The center includes new additions and renovations, including a cardio room with a weight section, bathrooms with lockers and showers, team locker rooms, and offices for coaches, plus conference rooms for meetings and entrances to the Bridges gym. Athletic Director Dave DeCue says these changes will benefit the NEC community.
Well, I think it'll affect them in a positive way. Obviously, we've had the strength lab, but now to have this secondary space that's a little more cardio focused, I think that allows a lot, not only for our student athletes, but even our general population to be able to get more done and be separated at times.
I'm mainly excited for the locker rooms and to have lots of natural light in the upstairs gym.
The athletic center is open 7 days a week from 5 a.m. to midnight. DQ requests that you bring a second pair of shoes.
It's D3 Week on the New England College campus.
D3 Week recognizes student athletes, highlighting passion, resilience, and heart of athletes. It's also a week full of events. Community
Awareness Day was the kickoff to D3 Week. This year, members of the NEC community participated in Yards for Yardley. The event happens in the month of April, which is Sexual Assault Awareness Month. It stresses the importance of healthy relationship behaviors and honors Yardley Love. Love was a 22-year-old student at the University of Virginia who played lacrosse. She was killed due to relationship violence.
And we're basing this off the One Love Foundation, which is in honor of Yardley Love, and the issue she had, almost 16 years ago now, where she was found killed by her boyfriend.
The NEC community ended up walking a total of 310 miles over the course of 5 hours. For more information on how to get involved, visit joinonelove.org. It was a heated night of competition on Tuesday for a popular D3 Week event. Several varsity teams faced off in the Bridges gym, fighting to become the 2026 Dodgeball champs. It's been an intense but fun few days of D3 Week competition. The annual Dodgeball Games bring out the true competitive spirit of NEC athletes. Men's and women's sports teams competed in several bracketed battles, and the student section was packed with fans. Competing athletes lined up on opposite ends of the Bridges gym were counted down, and athletes took off running in the middle of the court. Sophomore Ryan Cuvier had high hopes for his fellow teammates on the men's basketball team.
I'm on the basketball team. I got the basketball team going the whole way. We're in chip right now against hockey. Hockey's not beating us. We're too good. And we're going to see what happens.
What happened was success. The two teams that carry bragging rights until next year are softball and men's basketball.
Both lacrosse teams honored the life of Morgan Roger when they hosted Morgan's Message games yesterday. Morgan's Message aims to end the stigma surrounding mental health within the student-athlete community. Rogers was a women's lacrosse player at Duke who lost her life to suicide in 2019. As for the rest of the week, there will be yard games in the ring tonight from 7 to 9. Tomorrow, make your way to the Putnam Theater at 12:30 as we celebrate the academic achievements of student-athletes at the Chi Alpha Honor Society induction. Saturday will cap off D3 week activities with Spring Athlete Senior Night in the pub.
An increased presence of AI advertisements is being noticed across campus by students and faculty.
NEC-TV Jack Cody has a story.
Advertisements are a crucial way to gain attention for on-campus events, and spreading campus news has never been easier. But what happens when technology begins doing the hard work for us? Students like Ren Anhal are frustrated with the use of AI advertisements on campus.
It just kind of does a disservice to a lot of the arts here. I mean, this is quite literally a liberal arts school in a sense.
With many different avenues of art, such as animation, graphic design, photography, and 3D art, it leaves many students asking why there is still a high presence of AI-generated work.
I don't really appreciate, it's not, I don't want to say like it's a big slap in the face, but it kind of is.
Professor Yoav Horish, a staff member of the Institute of Art and Design, told NEC-TV that he was not surprised by the use of AI on campus.
The main problem with this type of usage of AI is the fact that it's used as a shortcut. It's not used for research, it's not used for, making things better, making things easier.
Professor Horish warned students that the use of AI for their academics could do more harm than good.
Try to stress to the students that they actually just shoot themselves in the foot, because eventually they wouldn't be able to do everything, and if they're not going to have a battery, or if they're not going to have a phone, they will be completely incapable. They wouldn't be able to design, they wouldn't be able to work on softwares, they wouldn't be able to write 4 sentences that are coherent, and eventually, because some use it as a shortcut, eventually they are left with no ability to do much.
College officials say it's important to use AI for a tool, but not to take the place of an individual's creativity and learning. For NEC-TV, I'm Jack Cody.
The annual Student Showcase will be held on Tuesday, April 21st, beginning at 9 a.m. and will last all day. Classes will be canceled while students present projects and research. NEC-TV will be doing shows from our studio this day, and all are welcome to attend. The academic awards ceremony that will be held that evening.
Coming up after the break, take a look at stories around the world and beyond. We take a look at the gas price averages and check in on Artemida's 2 moon mission.
In how many days until seniors walk the stage? The countdown is on. Stay with us. We'll be right back. According to AAA, the gas prices are continuing to rise nationally and have exceeded $4 a gallon for the first time in 4 years. The national average for gas prices is $4.16 per gallon, while New Hampshire drivers can expect to pay around $4 a gallon. Prices have gone up over $1 per gallon in the last month as the conflict with Iran continues. 4 astronauts on Artemis 2 have broken a record for humanity, traveling farther from Earth than ever before and seeing the darkest side of the moon. The astronauts will be splashing down onto Earth Friday from their 10-day mission in space. NASA plans on sending more people on a new mission in 2 years with the new goal of landing on the moon.
The Red Sox are continuing to struggle to start the season. The Sox won the home opener at Fenway against the Padres, but they lost 2 of their next 3. Earlier this week, they bounced back, winning both home games against the Milwaukee Brewers, but the Sox are in last place in the AL East with a record of 4-8. Fans are starting to become unhappy, chanting "Sell the team" at Fenway on Monday night. The Sox are heading down to St. Louis to play the Cardinals, and then they head down to Minnesota to play the Twins before they come back home for the next series against the Tigers. Most spring teams had games this week. Let's take a closer look at the highlights in this week's sports recap. This weekend, NEC sports teams had a busy Saturday. The women's rugby team head to Northfield, Vermont, where they played a 3-game tournament. The women went 0-3 in those 3 games with losses against St. Michael's College, Plattsburgh State, and Norwich University. The men's baseball team played Dean College at home in a doubleheader where they split the series on Saturday. The men also faced Anna Maria College on Tuesday as they hit the road and they took a loss 9-5. Women's softball also played a doubleheader on Saturday as they headed to Simmons College where they went 0-2 on the day. The women looked to bounce back yesterday with another doubleheader on the road as they traveled to Riviera University. The women split the series 1-1. The women's and men's lax teams also had games this Saturday. Men's lax hosted Dean College, where they lost 19-6, and the women's hosted St. Joseph's College of Maine, and they also lost. The final of that game was 16-13. The men and women also hosted games last night. The men had a rough night, losing 15-1, and the women also took a loss 16-11. That's all for this week's NEC Sports Weekly Recap.
Coming up after the break, we take a look at Accepted Students Day.
And the Criminal Justice Program hosts a career fair. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
The Criminal Justice Club hosted their annual career fair for NEC students of any major in the Simon Great Room.
The career fair included nearly 25 criminal justice agencies that had a table set up to talk to students about different job opportunities. Detective Kendall Poirier works for the Franklin Police Department and is one of the NEC alumni looking to hire new grads. She says it is important for college students to go to networking events like this.
So we think it's important for students to come to career fairs like this just to get an understanding of what's out there and to learn about the job and what it entails in, the process of applying and then the process of getting sworn in and then going to the academy, especially for law enforcement.
If you are unable to attend or have questions, contact Criminal Justice Professor Frank Jones.
More than 75 prospective students came to NEC Saturday for Accepted Students Day. Students gathered in the Simon Great Room playing a Kahoot based on NEC facts. Students also met in the ice arena talking to current students about clubs, sports, and resources on campus. With the nice weather, students got a chance to play cornhole and sit outside with their future classmates. The next Accepted Students Day will be on April 18th. The Red Cross is looking for volunteers for next week's blood drive.
The drive will be held on Wednesday in the Simon Great Room from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. To make an appointment, you can click the link in your email or visit redcrossblood.org.
This is the final campus blood drive of the semester.
Graduate students will be coming to the campus for residency weekend starting tomorrow. In a recent email, Jason Buck, Dean of Students, says, due to the influx of students on campus, there will be adjusting to dining services. Gilmore Dining Hall will be open from brunch at 10 a.m. on Saturday, while Simon Grill will be open at 11 a.m. Starbucks will be open from 9 to 3 Saturday and 9 to 1 on Sunday. Residency students will be eating lunch 3 separate blocks at 11, 12, and 1. Undergraduate students are encouraged to eat lunch after the initial rush at 11:30, 12:30, and 1:30.
There are just 23 days until the class of 2026 will walk across the stage at this year's commencement ceremony. This year's graduation speaker is Congresswoman Maggie Goodlander. Graduation begins at 10 a.m. on Saturday, May 2nd on the Simon Lawn.
Be sure to follow us on Instagram at NEC.TV for the latest NEC news.
Thank you for joining us. We'll see you right back here next week for all things NEC from the only Henniker on Earth.